Hello all, I am Chaitanya Kumar Inti. I am working as assistant professor at Freshman Engineering Department at St. Martin's Engineering College. Today we are discussing about production. I will show you the how its production happened as with through video. I will show you the video of the production first of all. Let's see. Let's see, production is a conversion of the total value of the products. We convert to the as transformation conversion of products to the output. Let's inputs, we have taken the inputs, and with production process we will take it the output. First one, we will take the man transportation, water, technology, we will take this as the input. In the production process we will convert to the output is nothing but a tangible and intangible goods in the goods and services. And we have so many types. First we have discussed about the production. We have noted the business. Our business means continuously production of the goods and services we provide to the customers for the profit basis only. And what is in the economics in the production in the economics means the wealth of the every person has wealth, and the organization, whatever it may be, we can call it as a economics. Before that, in the we are knowing about the production, we just about the national income as an inflation. Without national income as well as inflation, we cannot start the production with any organization. I will show you the how it's start. I will through PPT. Wait. Let me show you the PPT. Let's see. This production, as we discussed, the production is a transformation or conversion of the resources into the commodities of the over time. Any company start the production with convert the products as well as the transform the conversion resources to the commodities of the over time. Economics as well as we have the inputs. We can use the inputs and we can transfer the as outputs. How it's possible, I will show you. The input is the man, the materials, machinery. The man, how it's what is useful of the man for the input. How without man we cannot start the any business, any organization. In the materials, without materials is raw material, whatever it may be, raw materials. Now anything we can call it as a materials. Without materials we cannot start the business as other production. Next thing is a machinery. Without machinery, if you start the production part in the business, we have the service sectors and industry sectors and the agriculture sectors. But in this production, in the input, we have to use machinery. These are inputs. These inputs we can use as the production. Production in the production start the process. After that, we can get the output of we can get the output. What is the output? Output means nothing but with a tangible and intangible goods. We can get a tangible and intangible goods and services. What is the tangible goods? I will show you in the board. Right. Right. Let's see, we are using the production. First, we have to use input. Okay, we start the process. Start the process of product. It's nothing but a production process. We can get output. We can get output means, so this is called as a production. We can use the product inputs. It means man, material and machinery. We can use these things with as inputs. We can get the tangible and intangible. Tangible goods. So what is a tangible? Tangible goods means nothing but a pen. It's a tangible goods. It's a tie, whatever. We can physically we can see that product as with the eyes. And we can touch. We can feel that product. We call it as a tangible goods. What is the intangible good? Intangible is nothing but we can see that product, but we cannot touch it. We cannot feel that product. For example, this is the panel board. It's a tangible good, because of we are seeing this product, it's a tangible good, and we can feel that product. Okay, it's hot, it's heavy, we can feel that because it's a tangible good. What is intangible good? We are using in this panel board, PPT, whatever, PPT, PDF, it's a intangible good. We are seeing, but we cannot touch any product. The software, any service, these type of services we can call as the intangible good. So this is the production process. First one is the input we can use and we can start the business. It's a production process. After that we can get outputs. These are tangible, intangible goods and services. Okay. Where is the major factors? We can discuss factors of factors. What is the factors for production? Okay, what is the major factors of production? We have a major in any production. In the major means we can start the business with the goods, and goods majorly we can call it as a production. First one, land. Third one, labor. Third one, capital. Fourth one, entrepreneurship. Okay, entrepreneurship. Okay, these the major factors for the any production in the business. Okay, first, land. Why we are using the land for the business in the production? The first factor is the land. Without land we cannot start the business. First we have to need land. Without land we can, as well as land is the major area. If you start the business in the industrial area, we can get more loans. This is a major factor. We can start the production in any area. Okay, in the rural areas and the household areas we cannot start. It is not unnecessary. We can start, but it's unnecessary. If you industrial, if you have taken for your production, you start with land in the in the industrial areas. We can get loans also. For example, thick shake factory. If thick shake factory is one of the thick shakes, they can start with they can produce the thick shakes providing the customers. Is not necessary to the start with in the industrial area, but they have started the industrial area because of there is just some uses of the start with in industrial area, because they are get apply for the loans. Initially we can start at home, but you can apply if you want to higher level. If you start the production and we can get more profits, any organization we need particular factor is the land. Where you start the business, that is the major important for the in your production process, any company. This next one, labor. Labor means so many, any company, if you start the business, we need the production, we have labors. Major labor is a major factor for the business. So production, labor, which type of labors we need? We need so much labors. For example, we are using the 100 labors in our production process, but maximum there are only 30 members are skilled labors. Skill labors means if you want to start any chip as a chip manufacturer company, there is no about the technology. They doesn't know about the technology, but they knows only labor work. But they are that type of labors we cannot use in our chip manufacturing company, because of if we have a well trained, they have the skilled persons. They have already worked in another production company. They are the skilled person. We have to take in your production process because they can get more profits. For example, another labors we can, if they do the process, they can get a result within a 1 month. But in the skilled labors, they will definitely will get within a 1 week the result of the profits. Next one, capital. What is the capital? First, capital means first primary investment of your company. First or primary for money of your company. For example, start the business with 10 lakhs, starting with any t-shirt manufacturing. It's at 10 lakhs, you have purchase, you have investment. First investments are the first money of your company. That is called capital. That we connect as a capital. I have another capital is a working capital. Working capital means if you want to run the business, there is no sales, but you have to run the business. If you want to run the business, we have to wait for any business. It's a 6 months period. In the 6 months period, we have to send wages to pay to the laborers, as well as send the payment employment, say the employments for the give the salary as a rents, whatever it may be. That is the working capital. This is the capital is the major important in the production. Without capital, you cannot buy the product, the raw materials, as well as you can rent buy. You cannot pay the rents to the customers or whatever it may be who has taken from the land. Okay, that is called major factor of the business as a production process. Next one is entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship major factor of the any business. Entrepreneurship means if that person has more skills how to do the start the business, how to use the canvas is nothing but to start the business. Now it is a picture. What is the picture of the business? Without picture, the type of skills doesn't know about that person. We have to know the what is the business, what is the nation income, what is the inflation, what is the economics, what is the production, and as well as how many cost materials. These type of skills who that person knows more thing, that type of person have to start the business. But if you, for example, or some person have more skills, they knows about the entrepreneurship, the skills have already be have from the past. R&D is nothing but a research and development. Internship is nothing but research and development. You have taken the research from the past for 2 months or 3 months or 2 years, 1 years. They can get more profits. You have stable in the business. But some person doesn't know about the entrepreneurs. That person have only money. They has only money, but remaining person they have money. Repeat, doesn't know about the remaining person, how remaining things about the production cost. What is the how to select the product based on the country, based on the area. This type of skills doesn't know about in the to the entrepreneurship in the person, that is called this is unfit for the business. These type of major factors of the production. Next, I will show you the PPT about the factors. Okay, no. Let me show you the production. In the production process, what is the major factors? We have what the functions. We have the functions. We have discussed about function. Current page. I will show the current page of this production function. What is the production function? We have a major L1, L2, C's, OT. Is 5 functions we have in the production. How its function is useful for our production. What is Q is equal to is nothing but a output. Total output. You can use the input in the production, or we can get the output. This output is equal to factors of. Is a functions of is nothing but a factors of. The L1 is the labor, L2 is the land, C is equal to capital, O is equal to organization, T is equal to action. These type of factors we can use in the production. It will how it's feasible. What is the already we discussed in the previous. The major factor is the land. This you can use the functions also. How many products he is manufacturing, how many types of production is, how he is working with, how he is communicating within the production. These type of major have in the labors. Okay, in the production major function. And the land already we discussed land is a major factor as well as functions, because of we need if you want to need the output, we need these type of functions we can use. Okay, this type of land labor. So C is equal capital. What is the capital? Capital is nothing but a first payment. So this type of function we can use the more outputs. Without capital we cannot get any outputs. Next O means organization. We can this type of organization, we have organized how it's built, with a single person or 2% or 3% partnership or limited liability or private limited or public limited, whatever it may be. You have to start the organization. Without organization skills, we have the group of people combined with one company is of organization. The single person is the organization, but majorly in the production process we need without single person, without production will be done. We need so many persons we need in the production process. That's why we have the organized a major function of in the production process. And one is the technology. Technology means already we discussed in the production is the chip. We want to chip NVIDIA. Recently, in the number one company, the chip manufacturing, the NVIDIA, the type of companies we need a technology. Technology means which type of technology? We have total design. In the past, there is the through hands they build under the chip process, but nowadays they are using directly in the design in these computers. They are using some software, whatever they are using through software, so they can get the output. Which type of output? They will manufacture the chips. The technology knows that after that we use implement the technology. We need any missionaries, technology based missionaries we need. We can import whatever we have to import, the how to import also we have to know in the production process. That type of technology based some countries doesn't know already. Some countries are not manufacture that products. We have to, that type of technologies we have to import from the another countries. These all functions major happen, and we can use for the more output in the production process. Next, the type of the production functions. What is the types? We knows of the type productions as well as production factors. But in here functions, we have the types of the production. How many types of? Majorly we have two types of the production function. First one is the short term production function. Second one, long term production. In the production function, short term means we have a production function with one variable and production function with two variables. In the first stage of the production function, again is the long-term production function. Long-term production function means is the law of return to scales. Law of return to scales increase. We have the three types. The types are, I can explain you. Law of increasing return to scale. Second one, law of constant return to scale. Okay. Next, third one, law of decreasing. Law of decreasing functions. It's nothing but a scale. Okay. In this type of three type of long-term production, but in this short-term production function, law of variable, we can use the variables. This type of variables, land, labor, capital, this type of we can call it as a variables. In these variables, we can in the short term and long term. We can use in the variables only for the short term. In the long term, we have piece of production with two variables. Again, in this year, we can use one variable, how we start the production. We can get sales, we can get the profits or not, we have to calculate it. And in the second factors, we have the two variables. First one is we can take the any labor or production or the capital, we can take how it's work to our production or the profits. After that, in this second variable, how we can take the two variables. We can change or we can constant up to us. Okay, up to us we can start. Two variables we can take, it's a constant, or we are getting the sales, we are getting the profits or not, we have to calculate. But it is it's only for these two functions in the short term only. But in the long term, we have to use law of, to know about the law of increasing the scale. In this, we have types of two types of, we have the two types of the short term, the long term. Already we know about the long term, short term, about the long term. Second one is the long term. In the long term section, we have on the three. First one, law of return to scale. Increasing is nothing but a law of increasing scale. In second one, law of decreasing. Third one, we have a decreasing, law of decreasing scale. Yes, we can. In the short term production function, we have the two production functions. First one is that we have to take the one variable or two variable. In the long term production, we have the three variables because it's the long term. Because a law of increasing the scale, we can get increased scale by any company, because that's why. If you have to increase the scales means nothing but a profits. We want to improve the scales or as well as the profits, we need long term. As well as they have to constant. We are getting the 100 CR of the profits in the last year. The next year we have to plan for 100 CR only. After that, we have to increase the scale, but 100 to 150 CR or 200 CR, 300 CR or whatever, based on the company or based on the production value, based on the structure, based on the experts. We have to at least constant. You have to constant in your company. That's decreasing. Next one is the decreasing. Decreasing means we don't want to use decreasing level of the scales. If you're decreasing in the scales, you can get more loss. It will happen in the only from the long term production function. In the second one, for the first one is the short term. Short term means is nothing but a we have take the two variables in the first production function with one variable. In this one variable, we will take one variable. Variable is nothing but land, labor, capital. We can take one variable, remaining as a constant. How it's possible, I will explain you. How it's work, I will explain you. But in the production function, the two variable, we can take the two variables, how which we are getting the profits for company. It's only for short term. After that, we can start long term process. The law of increasing scale, law of decreasing, a law of constant. This type of we have to know. Okay. This one. This is the production function. As we discussed in the production function, two types, short term and the long term, as well as third one is the increase in this law of increase the scale. In this one, we have taken the one variable in this. Okay, I will explain you how it's. Yes. Okay, one variable. As we discussed, we have to take the one variable. We have to how to its work. If you take the one variable, how its production is increased. Okay, for example, remaining of the constant. Okay, one variable we have to change the variable factor of this variable. We have taken the labor as a variable. Okay, remaining or constant. Which one is constant? Another land. Is it a fixed factor? We have to constant in the one. We have to change the variable. We have to take the variable in the production function. Short term, set that it's a one. It's a variable factor of the labors. We have taken the only one factor of the labor. If you start with one labor, if a total products are 10, 20, whatever. Okay, if your total products are 20, after average product, we can get each one, how many average is 20 only. But in the stage one, if you take this change in the, if you change the labor in the second, you have taken the labors of the two persons, it will be total product we can get. He will manufacture, he will produce the products with 50 products. But what will automatically, if you take the two variables, two persons, it will be changed to 25. The average of the 25, but marginal, what is the margin for the each product is the 30. Automatically increased. Okay, increase means our margin was increased. It will be good thing. Because of margin was increase of the products, we can get more profits. But after that, we can get we had changed the remaining land of the land to fixed factor. After that, we have hired at this third labor, three labors. After that, the total products are we can get to the 90 products. Very good. 90 products we can get 90 products. After that, because the average product is 30. Each one 30 is okay. Same thing, has increased the average. Increase the average means we are getting the more products as well as more sales to the our company. Then any person, business person. After that, we can get in this last is the stage one, we are get 40 of the marginal. So margin, you have increased the 20, 30, 40. In the stage one, increase the margin means we are increasing the profits till 3 labors. After that, in the stage 2, in the second one, we have started the fourth. We have hired the fourth labors. But in the short term, we have to implement this type of production functions. The function we have to increase. How to it implemented? How to it will use to our company. After that, we have taken the 4 to 5, 6 members, 6 to labors. After that, it increased the total product, but the average product will be automatically decreased because of the labors are increased, but remaining or constant means total products are nominal increase only. But we have taken the 6 members, 7 bit automatically average will also will be decreased. After the second stage of the total production, we can get 0 marginal. That means you have hired so many labors, but there is no raw material. But you are constantly increasing the labors. There is no raw materials. There is no work. If you need only for 10 members, if you have hired the 20 members, remaining 5 members are simply sitting in your company. At that time, the marginal products are the marginal implement this type of variables. Okay, in these variables we can get how it's work. The second variable, this type of already we discussed in the stage 1, stage 2, automatically stage 2 we can marginal product will be decreased in the sick. Okay, the stability. How it's typical, I will explain you. Three stages already discussed in the stages. First stage is the stage 1, the automatically total products are increased. But stage 2, as discussed, the average product visit nominal decreased. After that, if you have taken the more employees, the output will be increased. Here, increasing the you are increasing the labors, automatically the output, the 25 output is decreased from 150 to from 150 outputs to 152 margins. Okay, this is the one variable production function with one variable. We have to take already second type of the variable in the production function, two variables. Two variables means here in the two variables, see, okay, here, yes, what will happen? You have taken the two variables, capital and the labor. Capital and labor output is constants. That's why we call it as the isoquant. Two variable is nothing but a isoquant. Isoquant is equal to equal. It is a equal. Two variable, what we call in the production function with two variable, it's a isoquant is nothing but a equal quantities. We need equal quantities. We have take increase the capital or labor, but it should be output is this should be equal based on combination. We have to take the A combination, but we have products, you have to see about the 10 units only. Based on that, if you need the 10 units, we need to increase one labor, one capital to the 10 labors only. If you have the, for example, 2 lakhs of the capital, you should take the 6 labors. If you increasing to the 3 lakhs of the capital, you need 3 labors only. Based on 3 labors, you can get 10 output. We have to think about isoquants. You should thinking about the output should be equal. This is the production function with two variables. Okay, there is a future visual isoquant. This is already isoquants. Isoquants is nothing but a downward sloping. Means as always downward sloping. How is isoquant? Isoquant because of you cannot touch this product. If your is equal, if your production function is equal, output is the equal, the it is a y-axis, x-axis, it cannot be touched. Downward sloping means always is the downward sloping. These are downward sloping. Don't touch the axis means this line cannot be touched any axis. Because of we have taken the two types of the two variables, we can get only for equal quantities, 10 quantities, as we'll discuss. 10 quantities means they don't touch the axis. They cannot touch the axis because of the equal quantities we are getting. That's why we cannot touch the axis. Next, don't intersect. Don't intersect as well as we cannot touch, as well as we cannot move to the up and downs. Okay. Next is the convex to the origin. It will origin to the y-axis origin. The y-axis. Y-axis is the original levels. This will be moved from y-axis to y-axis. This upper isoquant represent to the higher level of output. This is here upper isoquants means this is the upper isoquants. For example, this is the upper, this is the lower. If your arrow mark is happened in the arrow above, it will you are getting the more level of the output. This is called isoquant features. After that, already we discussed in the features. We need some factors in the output. Discuss some. Let's see. Yes, here we have taken the 3, but after that we have taken the resources in the labor. We have 3 again we have the outputs of the 10 units. But here we have to capital of the 4 lakhs. If, for example, 4 lakhs we have taken. Again, if we have labor of the increase of the 1 labor. If you want to increase 4 lakhs again with the labor, we can get only for 10 outputs. These type of two variables we have to learn on production process. Because of first one is the labor. The main factor of this labor means we have already we discussed in past, like already we discussed in the previous. Let me see here. Yes, these type of factors. These factors help to the in the production function one variable, production function with two variables. Okay, these major land, labor, capital, other function. But here in the we discussed in the discussed with production with one variable and two variables. But The long-term production function with law of return scales means we have to increase the scales. How it's increase the scales? Okay, every time any company in the long-term thinking, you have to increase the scales. Increase the scale, how it's increase? Every time its axis will whatever the y-axis and the x-axis improve the sales. Sales means scales means if you manufacture the 10,000 products the year, you have to improve for the next year because of your company was a long term. Capital also we are getting the more capital for your company for the long term purpose only. After increasing in this increasing is as well as constant. In the law of constant means if you are getting the year in the 1 year, the 1 year of the project profits in the next year the 2 year. After that we have to 1 year. Every year we have to at least constant will start in the production function. Okay, and after if you have the decreases, first year we have the 1 year, in the 2 year the 1 year, this constant is the 1 year, but in the if you got 2 year of the below 2 year 1 year means 50 lakhs, it will be decreasing of law of returns at that time. With scales your production will be decrease, your profits will be these type of main productions in our production function with one variable in the production. These are all we are discussed on the features and thank you, Anila.